I looked at some of the most heavily traded stocks that are out there, and I wanted to know, are they really good stocks to be in? So, if you want to know if some of the best stocks that are out there are some of the best stocks for you to be in, you sit right there. Hi, everybody. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor here at VectorVest. Love putting these videos out for you. Today is going to be a doozy because there's a lot of stocks that some of you are in and you think that they should be rocking and rolling. But do you have an idea of what they really should be doing? Or are you listening to what everybody else out there is telling you? You need a way to know if the stocks that you're in are really good stocks that have the potential to grow in price. So before we get into that video, if you're new to the channel, by all means, please subscribe to the channel. We're growing our channel by leaps and bounds, and that's because of you. If you like the content, comment on it. Let me know what you think about it, whether you like it, whether you dislike it, or what your ideas are on the video. Don't forget to hit the like button, and bigly enough, share this out there with everybody. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to when new videos come out. Before we really get started, we have a new channel because we're growing as much as we are. We have a new streaming channel, and you're going to see a link down below in the description to click on. Please do me a favor, subscribe to our streaming channel as well. All right. So with all of that out of the way, let's get into what we're going to talk about. Well, everybody is here on YouTube to find stocks to get involved with. So I'm going to give you some stocks, some of the stocks that are really being heavily traded, but let's do a deeper dive to see if they're really the right stocks that you should be in, or is it something, that you need to go look at something else for the time being until this stock comes to you. All right, so we're going to use the VectorVest software. I'm going to talk a lot about the power of the VectorVest software. If it's something that you like, once we get into the video, I want you to look down below. There's a link for you to take a trial to the VectorVest system for 99 cents for 30 days. All right, so once I get into the software, this is it. It's a blank page today. We're going to paint the canvas on this page today, and we're going to look at some of the most heavily traded stocks, popular stocks that people know about. So this is not looking at any plays that nobody knows about. These are stocks that everybody knows about, and now we're going to use the software to determine whether or not these are good plays. So I'm going to build this watch list for you, and our VectorVest watch list is unlike any other watch lists out there because you're going to see why in a second. So one of the best stocks, or first stocks that I looked at, was Tesla. I'm going to type in the symbol for it, TSLA. Notice that it says Tesla Motors. All right, we're going to hit a comma. Let's go build another one. Crypto is hot topic as well. Let's go look at Mara, M-A-R-A. Hit the comma. What else is hot? The building industry, right? Infrastructure bill is out there, all that stuff. Building, man, everybody's building a house. So a good stock for that is LPX. All right, Louisiana Pacific. Next thing we're going to get into is what else is hot? Coronavirus. Let's go look at one of the 3 vaccines we have, mRNA. Type that in. And last but not least, everybody and their mama got a credit card, right? Another hot stock is always going to be Visa and MasterCard. So I'll just type in V for Visa. Those are my 5 stocks that I'm going to look at. And again, everybody knows these stocks. But now once I hit the enter key on my keyboard, the VectorVest software goes to work for you right away. It's going to take all of these stocks and put them into a sorting for you by our master indicator, VST. So the stock that's got the best combination of value, safety, and timing will be at the top of the list, sorted all the way down. Something else I want you to look at. We give a buy, sell, and hold recommendation on every stock every day. How about some of the stocks that we're looking at have sell recommendations and holds and buys? This is where we automatically start to go to work for you in regards to analyzing any stock that you are interested in. I'm only looking at 5. We track over 8,700 stocks the same way you're looking at them right here. So just keep that in mind. Now, today is a down day in the market, so all of the stocks are moving down today. That makes sense. The direction of the market affects over 80% of the stocks within the market. So that makes sense. That doesn't mean that just because the stock is a buy that you need to buy it today. I'm always going to tell you to wait until the stock is going up before you get into it if it's a new position. But I'm also going to show you that if you own it, you don't have to sweat. Never let them see you sweat. We've got a way to let you know on any stock if it's time to get out of it. We've got a stop price on every stock in our software. So let's start with LPX. It's got the best combination of value, safety, and timing at the top of the list. Let's look at the price, trading today at $64.22 with a value of $102. We give an intrinsic value of every stock in our database. Our value looks at earnings growth rate, amongst other things, to give you an intrinsic value of what we feel the stock is worth. Our mantra is to have you in safe, undervalued stocks that are rising in price in a rising market. Now, just because a stock is overvalued doesn't make it a bad stock. It just means the perception is high that the stock's price should go up. But there's also means to see if the stock is something that you can still get into, even if it's overvalued. Let's look at our indicators: relative value, relative safety, relative timing, VST, CI. All of these are our core proprietary indicators, all cast on a scale between 0 and 2, where above 1 is favorable and below 1 is unfavorable. Relative value looks at a stock's long-term price appreciation potential. What does that mean? We compared that stock to a AAA corporate bond. Why? Because after you invest in a bond, after it matures, you get all of your money back with a little interest. It is a safe investment. And we look at it as the market. Can we outperform a AAA corporate bond? When a relative value is above the value of 1, it says that we should be able to outperform that AAA corporate bond over the next 1 to 3 years. Well, it's at 1.77, above 1, and that 1.77 says we should outperform that AAA corporate bond by 77% over the next 1 to 3 years. Wow. LPX is a stock that I wouldn't mind holding long term. All right. Next indicator, relative safety. Relative safety is an indicator of risk on the stock. How risky is the stock? Now, relative safety looks at a couple of things: the consistency and predictability of a company's financial performance. Why? Because earnings is the engine that drives a stock's price higher and the market higher. So with a stock that consistently meets or exceeds its earnings expectations, that is very attractive to investors and they will buy the stock. Relative safety is above the value of 1. It's favorable. Now, at that 1.42, it doesn't mean it's going to outperform by 42%. It just means the higher above 1 it is, the safer the stock is. All right. Now, RV and RS are our fundamental indicators. We're one of the only companies out there that utilize fundamental analysis with technical analysis when we analyze a stock. Relative timing is a technical indicator. It looks at the short-term price trend of a stock. Folks, technical analysis is only based off of 2 things and 2 things only: price and volume. Every technical indicator that's out there is only based off of those 2 things. So why do we have 7,700 billion trillion thousand of them? It's because there's different ways of analyzing or looking at price and volume. RT above 1 tells me the stock's in an uptrend. The higher above 1 it is, the faster in an uptrend it is. So LPX, undervalued, good upside potential, good safe stock, going up in price, gives it the best combination of 1.54 on VST. CI, Comfort Index. It's another indicator only found here in VectorVest. Comfort Index looks at the stock's ability to withstand long and lengthy price declines. Every stock pulls back. High CI stocks are resilient enough to pull back and come back up very quickly. Stocks that have low CI are stocks that are susceptible to major pullbacks. That's an indicator that nobody else has. And the stock's got a buy recommendation. All of that looks good. That's why that stock's at the top of the list. Let's go look at Moderna. It's one of the 3 vaccines that we have out there. Let's do this quickly. The stock's price at $159, value at $319. Undervalued. Upside potential, holy smokes. It's better long-term than LPX, which is at the top of the list. Relative safety, not as safe as LPX, but still safe Overall, because it's above the value of 1, is the stock in an uptrend? Yes, but not nearly as fast in an uptrend as LPX. VST at 1.39, the stock does go up more than it goes down, and it's got a buy recommendation. Let's go to Tesla. Everybody knows about Elon Musk and Tesla, and it's a lot of news-driven stock. Now let's analyze it to see if it's the right stock that you should be in. The stock's price is trading at $568 with a value of $174. Clearly an overvalued stock. Remember, I said just because the stock is overvalued doesn't make it a bad stock. Look at the next indicator, relative value. Tells me that this stock still has the potential to outperform a AAA corporate bond over the next 1 to 3 years. Aha! This indicator matched up with being over or undervalued tells you if you're with a leader or a laggard. Tesla is a leader even though it's overvalued. This is the kind of information that makes the difference between being in a stock that's going to make money and being in a stock that you think is going to make money. Relative safety above the value of 1, safe stock. What's hurting it right now? The relative timing. The stock is in a downtrend. Now, what does that mean for you? Well, how do you know when to get out of the stock? Well, how about this? The stock is trading at $568. We give a stop price on every stock. Notice that when the stock's price falls below the stop price, the stock automatically gets a sell. How cool is that? Now, would you rather get out when the stock first became a sell or hold it and wait and say, oh man, what is the stock going to do? This is where having the power of the stop helps you to make the right decisions at the right time. And guess what? You get out of it and then you wait for the stock to come back to you, wait for a better buying opportunity. Why not take profits off the table instead of giving it all back and wait for it to come back up? Just think about that. Next one, Visa, trading at $226, value of 92. Stock is clearly overvalued. Aha! The relative value is below 1. The relative value tells me that long-term, right now, Visa is not a stock that I want to keep in my portfolio. Now, you can read all of the news, you can do all of your homework, all of that stuff and say, Glenn, you're crazy. I'm looking at a system that's been around for over 30 years, and the algorithms within the system are really good. Plain and simple. Right now, Visa is not a long-term hold. Now, it is a safe stock. All right, with 1.38 on relative safety. Relative timing tells me that it is in an uptrend, but long-term, I'm not feeling it. And guess what? It's not below the stop price, so it's not a sell, but it is a hold. All right, let's go down to Mara. The crypto, everybody loves crypto right now. Let's go talk about it. $21 with a value of 41. Mara is actually undervalued. Interesting, huh? Upside potential, 1.68. It's the third best on the list as far as upside potential. So all of you who are sitting back going, oh my gosh, what do I do with Mara? Oh, it's got good upside potential, folks. Is it a safe stock? No, it's still more in a speculative space. Crypto is still a speculative space. It is coming into its own, but don't get it twisted. It is in a speculative space right now, and relative safety tells me that. Right now, it's been hit. RT's below 1. The stock is currently below its stop price, getting a sell recommendation. Again, how about this? Let's do one last thing. Let's find out, especially when the stocks that got a sell recommendation, when did that happen? Let's view a stock graph of these stocks. Let me pull this over. Let's put this on a 3-month graph. You know I love 3-month graphs. LPX, even though it's the best stock in our list right now, how about from a technical standpoint, is below the 20-day exponential moving average? That could be a good way to get out. But guess what? It's not below its stop price. And remember, I told you, never let them see you sweat. Let's go to add parameter. Let's go here. Let's go price volume. Let's go put on the stop price. Once the stock's price goes below the stop price, the stock gets to be a sell. Notice over the last 3 months, even on the pullbacks, the stock has never gone below the stop price, generating a sell signal. Technically, it is below the 20-day exponential moving average. It is at a level of support, but it hasn't gotten a sell recommendation, and that's by design. If a stock's got good fundamentals, we're going to lower that stop price to keep you in that fundamentally sound stock longer. Let's go to the next stock. All right. mRNA, a little bit more volatile, and it has had a sell recommendation over the last 3 months. If volatility is not your play, then you move on from this stock. That's first by looking at the graph. But looking at it from an analysis standpoint, the stock's still above its stop price, slightly below the 20-day exponential moving average, relative value, earnings per share, earnings growth rate, all look good, but it's a lot more volatile. I'd really like to see the stock go back above the 20-day exponential moving average. But longer term, how about it's still above its stop right now? Next one. Wow, Tesla. There it is, right in black and white and all that stuff. Tesla. When the stock runs, it runs, but when it falls, how about a couple of things? One, the stock's price fell below the 20-day exponential moving average. Two, the stock's price fell below the stop price, generating a sell recommendation. Would you rather sit back and just tell you, oh, it's okay, go, go, go? And as the stock's price is falling, you're going, no, no, no. Stock gets generated a sell recommendation. It did the same thing back here before it went back up again. Utilize that information to help you make the right decisions at the right time. Visa, nice over the last 3 months. Bottom left, top right, a little bit more volatile as well. Staying above the stop price, all right? And long term, I didn't like it. Long term, I didn't like it by way of relative value. But the stock's price below the 20-day exponential moving average, starting to move back up. It is a safe stock, but long term, just be careful. And the last one, Mara. Crypto's been getting hit. Would you rather get out when the stock got a sell recommendation or keep holding it now? This is the information that you need to help you to make the right decisions at the right time. All right, folks, I'm not pushing you in either direction on what to do with these stocks. I'm showing you that you have the ability to make better decisions, to know if you're in the right stocks to make money. Folks, if you like what you saw here, I got a book. Oh, man, it's in green. You can't see it. It's called Stock Strategies and Common Sense, written by the founder of our company, Dr. Bartolito. If you look down in the description below, I'm going to give you a free book. I'm going to give you a free ebook on this. Take a look at it. All right. If you want to learn more about how to analyze your stocks the way that I just did here, look down below. Go to www.vectorvest.com/free for a free stock analysis on any stock that you want, looking at these indicators to help you guys make the right decisions. Are you, and ask yourself, are you in the best stocks to make money in this current market? Just think about that. Until the next time, folks, see ya.